Students in the Daytona State College Broadcast Television Production Associate of Science degree work as production crew members in the following program.
What a top-flight showdown tonight for you here in Daytona Beach. A pair of top 25 teams inside the Lemoran Center. The Daytona State Falcons battle the Titans from Eastern Florida State, a pivotal matchup in the conference standings as we enter the final month of the regular season. And welcome aboard alongside my partner Ted Sofianos. I'm Tom James. 2.5 weeks ago, Ted, these two hooked up at Eastern Florida State on their home floor. A 2-point win for the Titans. Tonight, Daytona State looking for a little revenge as they bring it back to their home floor.
You know, you think about that 2-point advantage. That must have been the sixth man, which was the home team. So now it's going to be in the Falcons' favor, perhaps.
That's right. Let's get to know both of these ball clubs. Of course, Daytona State, who is undefeated at home, 11-0. Eastern Florida, they come into this ball game having won 8 straight. Keep an eye, this starting lineup, Caleb Bird. He is a force offensively for Eastern Florida State, averaging about 24 points a game. And he's got quite the supporting cast to go along with him as well, including Aquino from Spain and your head coach, Jeremy Schulman. There he is, the Titans head man in his 12th season at the helm. A lot of success with this Titans program, and they are a fierce bunch this season.
Yeah,
on
Schulman.
the other side, in Daytona State, Ted, their starting lineup also very, very formidable. Jacob Cruz, a lot of guys can score in this starting five, but Jacob Cruz is the big-time scorer, 21 points a game.
Yeah, and, you know, you see both rosters, you know, they have long recruiting arms, both coaches. I mean, they're very well known, storied pasts. I mean, this really is serving up a great one for you guys at home. I would say get a beverage, get some chips and popcorn, and have some fun.
And watch Joey Canten's crew in his second season at the helm here with the Falcons. This guy, he's young, a lot of experience though. Talked to Joey a couple hours ago. Here's a guy who has coached in 8 cities, 3 countries in 12 years, and he is well-traveled, and he has got this team humming right now, 19-3 and 6-1 in conference play. Halifax Health, of course, a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics, the official healthcare provider for the Falcon Athletic program. And Ted, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a high-flying matchup up and down the floor for 40 minutes.
A lot of respect between both teams. You can see that there's some salutations, some hugs right before the tip-off here. But now all bets are off.
And Daytona State in the home whites. Eastern Florida in the blue and green uniforms. Quick shot put up, and Giffa knocks it down to put the Falcons on the board.
Oh, man. Paris, France. Keza Giffa. My bad. That was Jacob Cruz,
and
number 2.
Cruz with a quick 3. Eastern Florida going down low to Bernie. Back outside. 3-pointer no good. And a fight for it down low as number 11 and McLean trying to rip it away.
McLean with a little moxie after that one, right?
Absolutely. As we talked about the first meeting between these two Eastern Florida State 69-67 on their home floor. Great defense. Able to stay with it is Bernie.
A little bit of a plinko there under the cylinder. Lucky for the Titans to get that ball.
Bernie into the corner. Witter Watts in and out from three. And Statman grabs the rebound.
Oh, great open look there.
Off by McLean. Braylon Garcia, no good. And look at this battle underneath both ends of the floor. A timeout called for by Coach Cans of the Falcons.
That was Braylon Garcia. He's from the Dominican Republic. We were just there, by the way. And, I mean, just scrapping for that ball. Excellent job. Very strong on the inside.
This Daytona State team, winners of 4 in a row. Talked about that they haven't lost on the home floor this season. They started the year 12-0. And, of course, lost back-to-back games just before Christmas time. And then a little over 2 weeks ago, the loss to Eastern Florida State. As for the Titans, we talked about Jeremy Schulman, been the Mid-Florida Conference Coach of the Year 8 times. They are ranked 24th in the nation. Daytona State ranked 18th in the country. So 2 really, really solid programs.
Wow.
And the 3 this time off from Cruz. Statman in the lane, gets his own rebound.
Oh, great look there. Just couldn't convert.
Iron.
Hard off the iron. Good effort, though. Good effort. They're buzzing in there.
Aquino. And a whistle underneath. They're going to get Bernie for that for the Titans. So the Falcons with the first bucket of the game. You were with us a little bit earlier tonight. The women's game, Eastern Florida, 83-39 winners over Daytona State. We expect this one to be tight all the way, as is usually the case between the Titans and the Falcons when the men's teams hook up.
It's not usually lopsided, as we saw this evening with the ladies. They've had, quite a history, these two programs, whether it's soccer or basketball, volleyball. I mean, they've got, some really good challenges in their past. Nail biters, as we just mentioned, just a few weeks ago between these two teams. And as you mentioned, on the Titans' home court, they won by 2.
Inside, Witter Watts lost the handle. Nick McLean pushes it for the Falcons. And the jam all the way. Statman from Cairns, Australia, jams it home.
Man, got some hype there.
Great crowd on hand, and they excited so far with a 3 and a big dunk.
Big dunk. Give him a donut. My goodness.
Bird gets it out to Aquino, who can't hit. Titans still looking for their first points. A little more than 3 minutes gone.
Yeah, Garcia had every right to be. He was hooked. That was not all ball. I'm surprised the referee didn't blow the whistle on that.
And Witter Watts up and under, no good.
Ooh. Got stepped on pretty good.
He got stepped on down low, and he's slow to get up.
But that was his own player, unfortunately. Either way. Yeah, right now you have Coach Kenton's. He's kind of singing in the zebra's ear here with the stripes.
Well, establishing his point of view early on. And so at the line, Jaden Witter Watts from Toronto. He's a 6'1" freshman. Averages about 5 a game. And finally, Eastern Florida is on the scoreboard.
Might be able to hear the crowd behind us. Very good crowd behind us, actually. They're making noise, trying to distract the free throw. to no avail.
Wintermutz makes both, comes out of the game. Brandon Garcia checks in. One of their big-time scorers who comes off the bench, Garcia, number 3, 14.4 points a game. So he can light it up quick. Look at the move by Giffa, the UTEP transfer, point guard, originally from Paris, France.
Man, he was walking on air on that one. Made that look easy. Interesting. You know, I was just looking at the roster from Daytona. So they, you know, a couple of guys from Santo Domingo. You got, or I should say, Dominican Republic, Greece, and Paris. Guess where I was in the last 12 months?
Probably all those places.
I can't believe to say that. Well, I got family in Greece. They do have a gentleman on this Daytona squad. His name is Christos Kariotis. And we probably will see some playing time from him later. From Katarini, Greece.
3 from the corner. That's big bucket.
Shulman.
Giffa knocks it down. And Daytona State off to a hot start.
Yes.
The crowd has come alive here inside the Lemoran Center, and they're on top 9-2.
Exactly. Shulman, he had to call the huddle. He said, all right, guys, we need to regroup this. I mean, he's only down 7, but he only got 2 points.
That's right.
And, you know, just in 4 minutes, so.
There you see Coach Joey Cantans in the white shirt, the head coach, second season, and of course a former assistant at FGCU, and he was an assistant under head coach Andy Enfield, part of that Dunk City team back in 2013. They were the first ever 15 seed to make it to the Sweet 16. And of course, he went on to spend some time under Coach Enfield out at USC when he took the job with the Trojans. Came back, more time at FGCU. Well-traveled coach, a lot of coaching experience. Still a young guy, too.
Yeah, and, you know, oh boy.
But he has learned from some real professionals and great head coaches how to be a head coach, and he's finally getting that opportunity.
Yes, and I know Daytona State wants to keep him for as long as possible, but you can't help to think that, you know, he's kind of earning his stripes here, and who knows where he might go eventually.
Very interesting how he was part of the coaching staff of that Dunk City team at FGCU. His former point guard on the Dunk City team that went to the Sweet 16 is with us tonight, Brett Comer, in the house. He's an assistant coach at Stetson now. Had a chance to chat with Mr. Comer a little while ago.
Oh, great contest there. Daytona State has really come out blazing here.
Long three-pointer in the air. Statman knocks it down.
Man.
And it's a 10-point lead for the Falcons. Hot out of the gates here so far. Ted, less than 5 minutes in. Up 12-2.
I mean, that was 7 feet outside the bonus line. Wow.
That is Steph Curry country out there. Block inside. Great job by Cruz defensively.
Wow.
Ahead to Statman, and he has it stripped. Parnell able to catch up defensively.
We are going back and forth, up and down, gang. I mean, I hope you have your seatbelt on at the couch. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to run to the fridge, you better do it quick.
Yeah, do it right now.
You're going to miss something exciting in this game.
But I tell you, if I was home on my popcorn would be all over the place. I'd be jumping around like I'm from Australia.
Watch the defensive play. Great job right there by Eric Parnell from Melbourne. He's a local product for the Titans, coming up with that big block to save the bucket.
I think Kai Statman probably would have been better off just taking the 2 hands and bringing it up and just going for the dunk that way. I think he was, you know, maybe just a tad bit with the one-hander, a little bit maybe of a showboat, but, you know, that gets the crowd going, gets the team going, you know. Nothing wrong with that, really. Wow, we got, so far, gang, I mean, this is a 3rd timeout, and we've only been 5 minutes into the game. That's not the usual.
Well, Jeremy Shulman trying to get his offense ticking here for the Titans. Only 2 points so far, you know. This team, coming into this game, they've won 8 in a row, but before that 8-game winning streak started, they had suddenly gone on a 3-game losing streak. So they hit the skids there for a short time, but have come out of it since conference play started. They're 17-5 overall as Eastern Florida. 7-0 tops in the conference right now. So this team can play. They just need to get warmed up here against this Falcons team.
Yeah. You can tell the coach has changed up the defense a little bit here. Certainly slowing Daytona State down.
Inside, no good.
And there's Caleb. 0. I mean, right now he doesn't have any points. He's 23 points per game normally. He will get fired up, though. You know that's true.
Garcia working against Green. Tries to feed it inside. Knocked around.
That's good work.
From the corner. And knocking down the big 3 ball is Harry Sosa, and they needed that one. Give them a little bit of confidence.
Just bad luck there for Daytona State. I mean, they did a wow.
All the way is Cruz.
Wow. I think Cruz was looking for the foul. Could have been whistled for an unsportsman because he was, yelling into the bench of the Titans. Be careful.
Kai Statman quickly back the other way. Feeds it into the corner. Barone can't hit. But the putback by Cruz.
Yeah.
He has come to play.
And right now the column for offensive rebounds is really positive for Daytona.
Jacob Cruz from Hilliard, Florida. What a scorer he was in high school, 2,500 points.
Nice.
Great move in there for the bucket. Caleb Burden, they lead a lot from him tonight. And Statman again, finding his way to the 10.
Love the camaraderie there. 24, Garcia picking Statman right off the floor. Said, you got it. I got you.
18-7 in favor of the Falcons. And all the way. Sosa, he hit from 3-point land a little bit ago.
35 Sosa, big body. Made that look rather easy in the cut. Very nice.
Boulon down the baseline, a nice floater.
With contact, no harm, no foul, says the referee.
Bird. Oh, so smooth.
Yeah.
Shook the defender and knocked it home.
So fully aware of his surroundings. Just really pretty to watch.
Right back the other way.
Wow. Gladly answers. Bruon from Santo Domingo. Gladly answered that one.
Oh, yeah. Entertaining basketball game so far, especially if you're Daytona State.
Wow.
And Brandon Garcia from way outside. And
we've seen dunks, inside, outside, range from everybody. Like
there's a one and done and a rebound by Bird. And Eastern Florida can't just keep trading baskets with Daytona State. And another 3.
All right, you're going to see
it.
it.
Parnell, a freshman. And finally, Ted, we've seen the Eastern Florida bench come alive and show some energy for the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a breakdown right there. Wing defensive player was not out to guard that shot. It wasn't a breakaway of any sort, just kind of a lost track. So, Coach Canton's going to shore that up right now in the huddle up that they're doing.
So 11:15 remaining here in the first half.
Been a barn burner.
What a pace.
Yeah.
For this basketball game, 23-17. Daytona State has built a lead over Jeremy Schulman's team by double digits, and how about this run by the Titans to get them back into the ball game?
Excellent. Great shot there. Good job, camera crew. Got Schulman in there, talking up his players.
Both teams shooting it pretty well so far. Nearly 53% for Daytona State. You'll take that almost any day. 46% for the Titans.
I mean, not too much of a difference. I would say for the most part, you've got the offensive rebounds in Daytona favor. That's kind of been the edge there for about a 6-point lead we're looking at right now.
Well, Daytona State's put up more shots in this game. They're 10 of 19. Titans just 6 of 13. And there's another one.
Wow.
From the Falcons. This time, Grullon again. That's his second one in just the last few minutes.
Oh, great
takeaway.
takeaway.
9-point game. And what a dish. Green to McLean.
Wait. Yeah, that should be a bucket.
So the official's going to talk about it.
Yeah, it was a bucket. What happened was he stuffed it.
So no basket is the call for Daytona State.
I don't understand the call. Going to try to find out what's going on here.
Take another look at it here, Ted.
I mean, he stuffs it right here, right hand.
And it comes back out. So amazingly, Ted, you just don't see this very often. It was down, but until it comes through the bottom of the net, it officially isn't in. His left hand came in and hit it and knocked it back out. A fluky play.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't want that left hand to interfere with it whatsoever. I've never seen that in my life. That's a first.
Very rare type of play right there.
I mean, that was an easy bucket. Wow.
And an air ball outside. But I know the rule is that the ball has to find its way all the way through the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
And it did not. And his left hand just happened to swing around and knock it back out of the basket. So points off the board. And they put him right back on the board.
Well,
thanks to Rodriguez.
Certainly makes up for that other play there. Good hustle, good takeaway.
Crowd is into it.
Oh, there it is, another steal.
And Rodriguez, the one to come up with it. Ahead, here's McLean. And Grullon.
Oh, good steal there.
Pickpocketed by Garcia. A.J. Dixon and Grullon with the great defensive play.
It's a little bit messy out there, but exciting.
And Grullon with another three.
Oh, again.
And Grullon.
Oh, how about that body control? He was falling forward. And here's another steal by Daytona State. And no call on the ref says, wow.
McLean can't get it to fall. Grullon into double figures, incidentally.
I mean, I know I've heard about let him play, but that was an obvious foul.
Ticking towards the 9-minute mark. 31-17. Coach Jeremy Schulman in front of our scores table, way out onto the court. Swinging it across to Dixon, takes it in.
That was a beautiful sidestep there.
A.J. Dixon, the freshman from Merrillville, Indiana.
Just realized that Daytona State up by 12, 31-19.
Yeah. From the corner, everybody flying towards the rim, and it's going to go the way of the Titans. As key substitutions right now for Eastern Florida. 8:39 left in this opening half. If you blink, you will miss a big play so far with the pace of this ball game.
Okay. Tom, you got to remind me here. So this is somewhere around the 5th timeout. How many? I thought it was 4 per team.
So ordinarily 4 per team, and 4 media timeouts per half. As Gurion with 11 points to lead all scorers. He's hit a trio of 3-pointers.
And then, of course, Statman and Cruz tied with 7 points each. Giffa from Paris. And then Javi Rodriguez rounding out that 31 points.
And we talked a little earlier, Ted, here in the first half about the fact that Daytona State has put more shots up, made more shots than the Titans have. And part of the reason for that is that Coach Cantan's team has forced the Titans into 7 turnovers. So those are possessions without shots, potentially, where they've turned the ball over. So a big salute to the Falcons' defensive effort here so far to cause those turnovers. Garcia up top, A.J. Dixon off the mark.
Wow. Oh, that's a dangerous ball right there.
Able to keep it alive to Cruz. Cruz with 7.
Wow.
Spinning down the lane
Okay.
and draws the foul. Jacob Cruz.
If they let that one go, I would say something's not right.
I'm going to tell you, this kid right here, Jacob Cruz, look at the spin move right down the lane between the 3 defenders. Cruz, he's a UNF transfer. Played for the Ospreys. And what a game he had earlier this season, 34 points against Santa Fe. He's averaging 21 a game. Got a lot of game, this kid. 7 rebounds a game.
Oh, he is absolutely fun to watch.
So athletic. At 6 feet 7 inches tall, just that kind of height and body type. He just can do it all. Inside, outside, mid-range. He's just so tough.
Got all the tools, man.
Got all the tools. Yep.
That was a reach in.
And Garcia took a little bit of a shot there to the jaw area. .752 left first half. .13-point lead for the home team. There's Dixon on the take.
Yeah, gonna go the other way.
Out of control.
That was 4.
That's the 8th turnover of the game for the Titans. They've got to clean that up. Especially the way that Daytona State is shooting the ball so far. You don't want to give away offensive possessions if you're the Falcons.
Exactly.
From long range.
Wow.
Giffa knocks down the 3.
Not afraid to be 10 feet behind the line at all. Wow.
And he's got 7.
Daytona stretching out the lead right now. It's been a little bit of a dry spell for Eastern Florida. But just when I say that, you see number 0, Caleb Bird, causing the contact.
Stabbing with a foul. Bird, there he is. Can't say enough about this kid and his abilities on the offensive end. .16-point lead. You got to believe there's a little bit of a chip on the shoulder of the Falcons coming into this game after losing that last matchup and what was so close. There's Bird. What a move.
Oh, my goodness. The body control to get away from the tall trees there. That was amazing.
Yeah, in traffic, able to elevate so high above the defense. There's Garcia. Trying to find Cruz and knocked away.
Cruz kind of wondering what he did. Very late call. Cruz was out of the play. I'm not trying to be biased here. But then again, I refereed long enough to know that no matter what you say about the referees, you're going to sound biased.
You got to get your 2 cents in, though, don't you?
So 14-point deficit. Eastern Florida with the ball, 6:30 remaining.
Here's Witter-Watts. Nice feed inside. Bird lost his footing for a moment, regained it, and calmly knocked down the jumper.
I mean, Bird has no problem being heavily contested.
And a foul way out here on the perimeter, and this will go against A.J. Dixon. So Dixon, all of a sudden, already with 3 fouls.
Got him on the wing.
Check that. I think that was called on Bernie, but we'll check that. Inside, and there goes Bird again, about the same spot on the floor.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He was tripped.
Yeah.
He tripped, and he still made it look easy.
And careless play that time as Garcia took his eye off the basketball.
I mean, it's amazing how many times I see this, whether it's college or pro. You're supposed to look the ball into your hand. You don't need that millimeter, that millisecond. Look the ball into your hands.
There's Bird trying to make something happen, and that was rejected by Statman. He got a hand on that. And Statman stepped on the end line, or possibly the sideline, right down there in the corner.
All right.
And they turn it over.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row for Daytona State. They're going to have to rethink that. Make sure that doesn't happen a third time. Bad things sometimes come in threes.
Coach Shulman, victory this past weekend over Santa Fe, 86-79. Here's Bird, and that is way off the mark. Statman defended him pretty tough right now. So 4:46 remaining.
So here we got that media timeout you were mentioning before, Tom.
35-25, Daytona State building this 10-point lead, and Coach Shulman and his team trying to battle back here in this first half. It's tough to do. The Daytona State loves to get up and down the floor so quickly, and they will wear you out. See your officials: Nick Nadeau, Philip Hall, Marty Dempsey. Working the action.
Yeah, we'll talk working the action. They got a tough time, okay?
They better be in shape getting up and down the floor. Look inside the Eastern Florida State College huddle. Coming up from Melbourne. 7-0 in conference play.
Tom, you know what's nice working these with you? These types of games. I can tell you, we don't pay admission.
Yeah, that's right. Accelerate your education by taking advantage of the incredible opportunities offered through Halifax Health partnership with Daytona State College. If you want a rewarding career in healthcare, find out how we can help at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. And a bucket from outside on a three-pointer. Kai Statman
Statman's got an inside game, outside game. I mean, he's fun to watch.
And he's got 10 points.
So he's committed, gentleman with the ball right here. Bird, he is committed to Arkansas State for next year.
Inside, taken away. Here's Giffa. Look at that speed, and great job by Witter Watts to poke it away.
Wow. Great recovery on defensive end there by Eastern Florida. Looked like Giffa had a straight line. And he was really wheeling there, but like I said, great recovery.
Never gave up on the play. Free ball.
Oh,
Offensive rebound.
surprising.
And knocked away and taken away by Andres Burney.
Nice.
And taken right back by McLean. And a wild shot, Statman way up in the air and draws the foul.
Honestly, Statman should have gotten the foul. You cannot submarine a three-pointer. And that's exactly what happened, and that is not in the interest of safety for the student either. He was angry and he had every right to be. But to Coach Canton's credit, he kept very calm about that. Yeah, he's telling him right now. Statman's telling him right now, hey. Statman's saying, come on, ref.
Statman with the first free throw. He's got 11 points now. And makes them both.
15-point lead here for Daytona State. 3:30 almost left.
In the corner, and that is way off the mark in the air ball. 15-point lead for the Falcons, looking to add to it.
Oh,
Witter
wow,
Watts.
I don't know. Oh, boy.
Quick shot. Witter Watts putting it up, no good. McLean back out to Statman. And McLean buries it from the corner.
I tell you, DSC is really, they're hot from the three-point mark tonight thus far.
McLean has started all 22 games. He and Statman, the only two on this club to have started every game this season. $18-point lead, largest of the night thus far for Coach Canton's team. Here the Falcons, tough defense underneath. And Giffa called for the foul, that's his first. Giffa, of course, the FCSAA Player of the Week. Averaged 23 points this past week and a couple of big wins.
Yep. Averaged almost 18 points per game. 13 games with Levallois Metropolitan. Obviously a French team.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was a 2021 season in France. And he competed with the French national team under 19.
Yep.
And he's got skills.
And Burney makes them both. Brion back in there. 11 points in this ball game. Came early in the first half. Nice job dumping it down to Garcia. Score the bucket, send him to the line.
Oh, wow, what a great putback that was. I mean, he got fouled pretty hard, and he had the strength. I mean, he's a big kid. Right? Had the strength to push that ball through the arms, and he was being mauled, and here it is. 24, 2 on him. There's it to the face.
But he's strong and a powerful body of Braylon Garcia. And he misses on the free throw. So Garcia, he part of the 2021 Dominican national team.
18-point lead. Oh, that's a great
what a
pass.
great pass underneath to Bird, who lays it in. Good look that time by Aquino.
And what a great cut by Bird. Oh.
Well, it seems to wind up in the hands of Bird, who draws the foul. And Kai Statman thinks he got all ball. There's Kai Statman. Hard-working player. You be the judge. He thinks it was all ball. Yeah.
Looked like
Close.
I mean, pretty close. And Joey Canton's making the issue known to the ref.
And the free throw goes in for Bird.
Yeah, you wonder for Bird. I mean, what can the kid improve upon? I mean, there's too much. I mean, what a solid all-around player.
Caleb Bird from Atlanta. Yeah, he averages nearly 24 points a game. And connects. $14-point ball game. Approaching a minute and a half to play. First half.
Like a passing technique on both sides. Crisp. And there it is.
Rodriguez, no good. Tap back out to Rodriguez. Grion all the way.
Grion has been just a highlight reel.
He's got 13.
Oh, we got a foul here?
And
basket doesn't count?
So the basket, foul on the Falcons. Score the basket. So the basket counts.
A 1-and-1.
1-and-1 back down the other end. That'll send Demetrius Robinson to the free throw line.
So the foul occurred after the basket. Yep. Not sure what happened. Missed that play. Too busy focused, obviously, on the basket.
Away from the play. And a 1-and-1, and he misses the front end. Daytona State leading it by 16 here in the Lemerant Center. Yeah. Trying to seek a measure of revenge after having lost to Eastern Florida at their place. And that one is going to be out of bounds as it flew up off the rim and hit the stanchion cord.
Yeah, that ribbon, I mean, this is a great facility. You got to get rid of that ribbon.
Under a minute left in the half. All the way to the hole, and how about Brandon Garcia? Garcia.
Looked a little bit out of control there, but he finished off nicely.
He was the one that had the big three-pointer late in the last meeting to help lead the Titans to the victory.
When it's going your way, there you go.
Rodriguez. 50-33. 3-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Garcia with the basketball, guarded tightly up there by Green. 5 to shoot. Here comes the double team.
Oh, there it was.
Knocked away. Great defense by the Falcons with 2.1 seconds, and that's a shot clock violation. So Daytona State now with an opportunity As Coach Canson subs in Giffa with 2.1 to try to do something, and you got to believe, and the Titans are going to pick up full court to make it more difficult for them to get a good shot away.
Right.
So they're going to put 3.2. They put a little time back on it, and they throw it away.
That's way too far. That was
So that's a big turnover, and Eastern Florida now will get the basketball back under that basket.
That was not what you wanted to do there. Almost, if they score, that was just a giving up points there.
So 3.2 seconds left, an opportunity. And taken away. And it's Grion at the buzzer. Just rims out.
Wow.
And that will take us to the half. That would have been a big turnover right there, as Grion already with 14 points, almost added a big three-pointer to it at the end, but it just comes off the rim. But what a first half for Daytona State. They hang half 100 on Eastern Florida in the first 20 minutes of this game, and they lead it 50 to 33-10.
Yeah, you said it right. I mean, they're going for the century mark on this one. Here.
So my name is Joey Cantens. I'm the head men's basketball coach here at Daytona State. Previous 3 years before coming here, I was at Florida Gulf Coast. So I played basketball my whole life. My dad was actually a college coach. And I'll never forget, I have two older brothers. So I was 8 years old, and my dad wanted to coach us in our youth basketball league. So I always played up. So I was 8 years old playing 12 and under, and my dad would never put me in the game. And I'd get home and complain to my mom. My dad would be like, well, he's just not good enough to play. Well, of course not. I'm playing up 4 years. So for me, it was always a competitive nature I found with trying to improve. I was able to play in college. I played at Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, Division II. When my career ended, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had a business degree, didn't know what that meant. I've spent all my summers, all my free time working out, traveling with AAU, playing basketball. I didn't know what was the next step for me. And from there, I was lucky enough to get on at Florida State as a graduate assistant. And I've been lucky. This business is, yes, you have to be good at what you do, but a lot of it is being lucky with the people you surround yourself with. I've been lucky enough to be surrounded with good people that have helped me continue to move in my career. So we just talked about this, but I've lived in the last 11 years, I lived in 3 countries, 8 different cities. And it's been a blessing for me because I've worked for 8 different head coaches where I've been able to establish my head coaching philosophy. I've taken things from everybody I work for, some things I love, some things I hate. And it's been able to allow me to put into effect at Daytona State my coaching philosophy because of some of the places I've been. Since day one I've been here, everybody's been amazing. It's all about the success of the student athletes. You come to a game, we actually played this week and we played Saturday, and the women's basketball team is here, the volleyball's here, baseball, softball here. All the student athletes support each other, and it makes it for a cool environment because they all live in the same complex off campus. And now with the new dorms they're building on campus, they build their own tight community where they all support the different sports. They all support each other and they all cheer for each other. It makes it for a nice environment when you go to a junior college game. It's amazing working with 2-year athletes because it's a different process as being at a 4-year school. At a 4-year school, it's all about winning and results. At a 2-year school, we're able to help these kids develop academically, where academics here is super important, but also help them develop athletically, where we're helping them progress their game. They play right away as freshmen, sophomores to help them move on to the 4-year school.
Hello, and welcome to Daytona State College, where you can explore more than 100 1-, 2-, and 4-year programs that give you a clear pathway to a rewarding career with flexible opportunities for employment along the way. Visit any of our 5 campuses in Volusia and Flagler counties to see why so many have chosen Daytona State as the place to start. It's all right here. Quality programs, expert faculty, academic support and guidance when you need it, and a diversity of student life, including sports, arts and culture, and dozens of student clubs and activities guaranteed to get you into what we like to call the Daytona state of mind. It's easy to get started on your pathway to success. First, enroll in one of DSC's certificate programs. Some of them only take a few months and can lead to a job and maybe more certificates, like in business, IT, or one of the many skilled trade offerings. DSC offers top-notch public safety, workforce skills training, computer science, automotive, advanced manufacturing, and a host of other programs, as well as performing arts and music production. And don't forget about the amazing exhibitions in our internationally acclaimed Southeast Museum of Photography. Great nationally accredited programs, including nursing, cybersecurity, and engineering, along with surgical technology, live TV production, additive manufacturing, beverage science, optician technology, database technology, and lots of other choices with exceptional faculty who care about your success. Another option is to earn your university transfer degree, an Associate of Arts, or AA for short. This will guarantee you entry into a public Florida university and save you thousands of dollars. In fact, you can keep going and finish your bachelor's degree right here, close to home, and save thousands in tuition costs alone. Daytona State currently offers 11 bachelor's programs in business, education, information technology, engineering technology, and nursing, with more to come. One of our more popular programs is Daytona State's partnership with the University of Central Florida, called Direct Connect to UCF. It streamlines transfer as a junior right into a program of your choice at UCF. Plus, our articulation agreements with other four-year colleges provide you with lots of options. Many of our associate and bachelor's programs offer online classes. Pick what works best for you, online, in class, or a combination of both. Earning your degree at Daytona State costs less than half of what it would at a university. Throw some financial aid into the mix and you can easily fit college into your budget without being left with a ton of debt when you graduate. You can even apply to get a share of the nearly $1 million in scholarships the DSC Foundation awards every year. No matter where you live, there's a DSC campus nearby with advisors, tutors, writing center specialists, all the free academic support you need, wherever you are, no matter what degree you choose. Plus, Career Services provides job placement assistance, and each campus has a dedicated veteran center, meeting the needs of a surging population of military veterans. If exercise and sports are your thing, you'll want to check out DSC's Aquatics and Fitness Center, or cheer for our Falcon teams in basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, golf, and soccer, where our men's and women's teams have the run of the new soccer stadium, plus our newest sport, cross country. Being serious about your future should also mean being serious about having fun along the way. With diverse student activities, including nearly 50 student clubs, intramural sports, and student government, here you can create unique opportunities for friendship, learning, and leadership. Our new 84,000 square foot L. Gale Lemerand Student Center is the epicenter of student life on our Daytona Beach campus. Here you will find the library, writing center, career services, a dining area, as well as gaming stations and other student-centered activities. By now, you've no doubt got the picture. Your path starts at DSC. Wherever you're headed, you'll find more at Daytona State.
We understand this year has been overwhelming for most of our community. The struggle to take care of yourself and your family. The uncertainty. At Halifax Health, our doors are always open, and we're here to make you feel safe again. We're here so you don't have to hide from your health. We're here to take care of you. Halifax Health. Live your life well.
Welcome back inside the Limerand Center as we get set for the second half, a highly entertaining battle between Daytona State and Eastern Florida. The Falcons, a 17-point lead, Ted Sofianos, as we get set for the second half.
Exciting.
Take a look at some of the highlights from this high-flying first half of basketball. The opening 20 minutes, back and forth we went, above the rim, and everybody getting into the act, it seemed like. Statman, Guillaume with 14 points, and that helped the Falcons get to half of 100 in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been up and down, furious pace. I mean, I would be winded. I'm winded just watching him, Tom. But I mean, really, it's been exciting basketball. I think the referees are having a little bit of trouble keeping up with it. It's so quick to pace, you know. And obviously here, gang, you know, at home, some of the highlights from the game as to how we got here. That's called Schulman. Schulman, he was a little bit excited.
Well, they had a tough time keeping with Daytona State, and I think the Falcons' defensive effort, causing some turnovers, really limited the number of good shots that Eastern Florida State was able to get up and thus not make. And here we are with the 17-point difference,
Right.
advantage Falcons.
You know, we've seen Gruan, right? We've seen Kiff. I mean, both sides. Garcia.
Sure.
This young man, Caleb, right? Number zero. I mean, he's such a producer. He's all over the court, distributing, making plays, shooting from any part of the court. Doesn't matter.
Well, I think for the Titans' sake, for Caleb Bird is going to get even more involved. Get him the basketball. If you're Coach Jeremy Schulman here in the second half, let him do his thing to try to get Eastern Florida back into this ball game. But who do you really key on if you're coaching against Daytona State? They can beat you with so many people. Jacob Cruz, we talked about Guillaume, Statman, McLean. They're all good and they're all threats.
You know, I think honestly, if I'm coach, right? I'm coached a few sports, but I bet you they're going to try to shut down, and I think it's impossible, but you can do your best, is, you know, Caleb. Caleb zero, you know, he's the one to contain. If you can do that, Caleb Bird, number zero, I mean, I think they've got a better chance to win and keep up this, you know, maybe even get, a larger gap between Titans and Daytona. It's been great to watch, been great to be with you, Tom.
No, well, great to be with you, and more great stuff coming up on WDSC here. Some of the upcoming broadcasts. Softball coming up on the 7th. More basketball as we look ahead late in the regular season on the 22nd. Softball, get into baseball. So much great live sports action. Daytona State College and the great staff and crew at WDSC. So excited to be with you here tonight. Great crowd on hand. Tom James with the man, Ted Sofianos, to call the women's game a little bit earlier on. Eastern Florida with a big win over Daytona State in that one. And the Falcon men turning the tables here after one half. Of course, they got a little chip on their shoulder from their defeat at Eastern Florida several weeks ago by 2 in a tight game. Here's Statman as we're underway. Offensive rebound down there. McLean puts it back up and in.
Acrobatic reverse layup, off balance. My goodness.
Nice move, Bird. And there he goes, and he needs to be the one to lead the charge and get this energy moving for Eastern Florida, and he contributes right away.
Yeah, my bet's on if you can contain Bird, okay, you might be able to stay in the lead.
Spin move inside, Garcia no good. Opening minute, second half. Bernie with the right hand.
Wow.
That's the kind of look they want. Jacob Cruz. Statman from the corner hits the three.
Not afraid to shoot. So much confidence in that shot.
And Statman with 15 points to lead all scorers. He's got 3 from long range.
Wow. Great rebound. Amazing rebound, actually.
Giffa, no good. Skying up there, McLean. And able to keep the possession alive. Cruz rejected by Aquino.
Yeah, ill-advised shot on that.
At the free throw line, Bird missing. And it'll belong to the Falcons.
That was one of the few I've seen off the mark by Bird.
So these two teams both ranked nationally. Daytona State 18th in the country. Eastern Florida number 24 coming into tonight's game. 2 minutes gone in the second half. Eastern Florida down by 20. They got a big hill to climb to get back into this one. Cruz, and you won't leave that guy open.
Yeah, Cruz is like, okay, you blocked me the first time, not this time, buddy. Man, he made that look so easy.
23-point lead for Coach Joey Canton's team.
Oh, nice outlet pass.
Inside, and the bucket and the foul, Andres Burney.
Beautiful pass. Kind of looked away, almost like a no-look, threw it down the center in the paint. Beautiful.
Burney will try to complete a three-point play, old school style at the free throw line. Andres Burney from Brundage, Alabama. The big scores for this team, and he completes the three-point play. Nearly 17 a game for Burney and 10 rebounds a game. He averages a double-double. Back to a 20-point ball game. Garcia goes down.
With the trip. He had the lane, he had it open. He went the right way. Good recognition on his part, number 24, Garcia.
Witter Watts called for the foul. Across it goes. Statman for three. He just keeps hitting them.
Yeah, he doesn't care who's in his face. He really doesn't. He just keeps going. I mean, this beautiful stroke.
4 threes for Statman.
23-point lead stretched out here by Daytona State. Rather surprising, considering how these teams have matched up on paper.
2-3 zone. And the three-pointer no good. Rebound and out of there, and here comes Statman with it. Why not pull the trigger again?
Okay. I think the crowd was ready to jump out of the stands on that.
That's right. Inside, Kingdom.
No shot on the mid-range jumper there. Surprising.
From the corner, Parnell, no good. Look at Cruz get way up in the air.
He had some air time.
Snare that rebound. Giffa.
Oh.
And draws the contact. And that'll be against Burney. So Burney has picked up foul number 3. That's a tough one for a guy who really contributes so much both in scoring and rebounding.
I'll tell you
this. Giffa knocks down the free throw.
first 4 minutes of this second half has really been Daytona State all over the scene.
They have hit 12 three-pointers in this ball game. And that one, no good. Here's a team, this Falcons ball club this season, they have eclipsed the 100-point mark 8 different times. They've gone over 90 points 7 other times. So they definitely are a threat to make the scoreboard malfunction. And Bernie with a putback.
Nice.
That's a big bucket.
That's why you need him.
Yep.
Right? That's why you don't want him to foul out. He's definitely a catalyst while he's on the floor.
Statman back outside. Here's Giffa.
Oh. Good D.
And out of bounds. 22-point lead. Get a look at Harry Sosa, a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, coach is saying, hey, stop settling for the threes. You got to work for it.
Okay.
Makes sense, right? You don't want to start kind of lulling yourself into a victory that's not there yet.
Well, Joey Canton's has got this Falcons team rolling. Great season. Oh, and a big jam by Andres Bernie, bringing the house down. You elicit a little bit of energy and emotion from this Titans team, and they need it right now. Nick McLean inside. Garcia knocked away, and he takes a tough tumble. Winter Watts out of bounds.
Wow.
And that stay with Eastern Florida.
With 2 Daytona State players
still
not
in the
coming down on.
backcourt.
Yeah. Wow. So lucky there for a basket not to be in favor of the Titans, with only 3 persons or 3 DSC Falcons defending.
Yep, 14-34 remaining in this ball game. There's head coach Jeremy Schulman, 12 years at the helm. He's taken the Titans to the Elite 8 5 of the last 7 years. Mid-Florida Conference Coach of the Year 8 different times, 9 league titles, and of course on the other end, Joey Canton's. What a head coach. Of the road that he has traveled and all the experience that he has gained. Of course, as you see this team, the way they get up and down the floor, they have that Dunk City ethos. They play above the rim, they hit the threes, and of course that FGCU crew that went to the Sweet 16, very much that similar style. And another one of his stops, by the way, along the way as a coach, as part of the San Antonio Spurs Summer League team. That was back in 2018, and he worked also under Coach John Calipari with the Dominican national team for several years. So he has been around some high-level coaching talent and has learned how to be a head coach, and finally got that opportunity here with Daytona State.
Definitely. And I know they're very happy to have him with such a past, a storied past, even at a young age. Actually, he teaches for the department that I work in as well.
What doesn't he do? There's Bernie again. And Andres Bernie certainly doing his part with a couple of huge monster dunks here in the last few minutes.
He's come alive here. And again,
McLean, no good.
I'm seeing Daytona State settle for a lot of threes.
So an opportunity right now to cut into this deficit for the Titans. It's down to 18. They've trailed by as many as 23. Losing the handle and able to keep it alive is Sosa. From the corner, Parnell, and that one
hit the ribbon again.
Out of bounds.
Anytime it hits that ribbon, unfortunately, it is considered out of bounds. Daytona State has to work it around. Got to get more touches on the ball, and not rely so much on that deep shot. As I say that.
Yeah. Rodriguez with the rebound. Cruz has got it. Has it poked away. Good defense by the Titans.
Yeah, definitely. settling for that three-pointer. You got to work it around.
Down low, Bernie. He's been making it happen inside.
Oh, great fake.
Here goes Witter Watts, tapped up by Bernie.
Bernie again. Bernie
There
is
again.
He's creating havoc. And Coach Canton.
And he is feeling it. Andres Bernie, the sophomore who can certainly score and obviously rebound as well. We talked about the fact that here's this guy that averages a double-double.
Right, yeah. And boy, has he come alive in the second half, Tom.
No question. So a 16-point game, 7 minutes gone here in the second half. Andres Bernie, 16 and a half points a game, 10 rebounds a game. He came in as a transfer from Shelton State. And if you go to dinner with him and you order the mac and cheese, he may be reaching over to take some of it. That is his go-to food. He loves, he's all about the mac and cheese, is Bernie. So
come on, when you're young,
protect your mac and cheese at all cost if you're eating around him.
You're young like that, you're doing suicides on the basketball court.
You work off the calories probably pretty quick, right?
Man. Oh boy, did I hate that kind of training. But you burned off the mac and cheese for sure.
Witter Watts.
So slowly, Titans been chipping away at the lead with 13 minutes exactly remaining. And a 16-point lead here by Daytona. Daytona's possession. And I'm sure Joey Canton's had a good talk with the squad.
And Cruz. Well, he saw the open look. He's going to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Jacob Cruz with the three. He's got 14, a third three-pointer for him. And a little trap up there towards midcourt. Sosa tapped up and in by Bernie.
Got to box him out, but hard to with those long arms. He's been incredible this half.
Keza Giffa. Off the glass from Brouillon. 15 for him.
A beautiful touch. Just a little bit sloppy, but lots of time remaining on the play clock. Oh, there's a good,
Take it away.
good play by Daytona State.
Brouillon.
Oh!
Cruz throws it down.
Look at the crowd squawking. Coach Shulman, though, not taking a timeout here, even though 5 points just got dropped. He's letting them play. That's
Wide open up top. Parnell. Gotta knock those down.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship there. Good sportsmanship, number 10. All right, that is Grullon, who had a beautiful, here it is, just as I was thinking it.
Grullon.
Production crew, look at that. Lays it
Leaving
off.
it for Cruz.
And it's the flush. Whoosh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Good presence of mind to leave that up.
Joey
Knew he had it.
Cantens. There he is. It wanted to keep that intensity going, too.
Yeah.
No time to slow down now.
Yeah, that was one of their first, inside buckets that they've had in a while for Daytona State. They needed that because they've been kind of relying on the, on the perimeter.
Yeah. 21-point lead.
But you saw how it opened up. That play opened up because of great defense and a steal. There's Cruz.
Garcia with the right hand.
Wow. And he had a lot of body on him.
Sure did.
But he's a big guy. Didn't seem to bother him much.
Back to a 23-point lead.
This is surprising, Tom. Did not expect this. Oh, just beautiful.
I mean, the one guy who is doing all the damage for the Titans is Andres Burney.
Yeah.
He needs help on the defensive end and offensively from his supporting cast as well.
Burney, 6'9", listed as 210. I don't know. From Brundage, Alabama.
He had a big game in the win over Santa Fe, 23 points in that game this past weekend. And Burney has come alive. He's got 17
He's out in front
tonight.
Closest is, of course, Bird. We expect that, right?
His running buddy Bird with 16. But elsewhere, I mean, that is 33 of their 50 points. They're not getting much in the way of contribution anywhere else. It's really been Burney and Bird for the Titans.
And then you got three main double-digit contributors at Daytona State, right? You got Cruz, Statman, and Grullon.
Giff is almost in double figures as well. Statman!
Oh, man. Man.
That brought them out of their seats
Man.
here in the Lemarant Center.
Oh, good try. Saying it's over the back. You know, interesting. I didn't see the body. I know our production crew, by the way, you guys doing a great job. By the way, here's a replay on this incredible dunk.
Goodness.
Oh, man, that was Dunkology 101, Tom.
I tell you. Inside and answering right back is Parnell. Under 10 minutes left. Titans just not able to reel the Falcons in. Cruz for three.
Oh, just in and out.
And leaving it for Parnell.
Be
So
careful.
2 buckets in a row for him. Still a long way to go, Ted, in this ball game. It's a 19-point game.
Yeah, that's a foul. Good
Pitching in
sportsmanship.
from behind, and that's Burney, of course, helping out Garcia right there.
Who got called for the foul, Tom? I missed that.
Yep.
Because you don't want it to be Burney. Because he's
Burney had 3, and that's going to be against Aquino. So Owen Aquino, not Burney. So Burney still with the 3 fouls.
he's safe for now then.
He's the only player in this game with 3. Excuse me, Dixon also with 3 for Eastern Florida State. But so Kai Statman with 20 points. Jacob Cruz with 16. Grullon with 15 for Daytona State. And here is a team that is 13 of 31 from behind the arc, shooting 52% for the ball game. And they have forced the Titans into 13 turnovers. So not only does Coach Schulman got to figure out where to get more offense, but how to stop the Falcons on the offensive end.
How about this for a stat, though, Tom? 3-pointers, field goals. Eastern Florida, 17%. Daytona State, 42. That's a huge difference right there.
That is really the difference in the game.
Yeah.
13 made threes for the Falcons, just 3 made threes for the Titans. Huge difference, and it all shows up on the scoreboard.
See, that's the turnovers right now, getting sloppy. And that's right after a timeout. You don't want that.
Bernie, they keep feeding him in there. And it will stay with Eastern Florida. Nine minutes left to play. Cornell. Boy, he's gotten hot.
And with the most minutes that he's been playing as well. Still's got great spring in the step.
6 for Cornell.
I see defense is definitely tightening up.
Cruz, no good. And body's hitting the floor.
It's going to stay there.
On the floor, and that'll be another one against Aquino of the Titans.
Kind of bailed Daytona State out on that one.
So they'll wipe up some perspiration. Of course, Nick McLean going to get out there with the mop and do it himself. How about that? A team player.
Wants to make sure it's right.
And they lob it inside. Grullon blocked. Statman with another chance, no good. Andres Bernie bringing it down.
Oh, great hustle.
Arnell lost the handle.
Oh, nice defense, though.
Terrific defense on this possession so far by the Titans.
Yeah, they really stepped it up, which they had to do. That's going to get you back in the game.
Denying shots. Giffa hits the three. And how deflating must that be for a defense that works so hard to deny shots? Giffa gets an open look and calmly knocks it down.
Oh, that's going to be,
And Grullon sends it home.
Wow, he picked his pocket. Surprised Bird didn't take the mid-range jumper there.
Bernie double teamed down there on the baseline.
There he is.
Finds his man, Witter Watts, cutting to the bucket.
There he is, Bird again. Been a little bit quiet.
Grullon. Quick shot early in the possession.
I mean, he was wide open. I understand, but, run that clock. You're up by almost 20, 19 points.
Yep. There's Bernie, and they continue to double team him. He's one of the only guys to really beat him on offense.
Wow.
Bird.
Wow. Yeah, hold it up.
McLean.
Hold it up. That's the right play. That's the right play. I think Cruz is a little bit winded. He was kind of slowly,
Ted,
up.
who would not be winded at this pace of a basketball game? Grullon again hits it.
But the threes are absolutely killing Eastern Florida. Killing them.
81-59. Off balance.
Careful.
And they throw it away. I want to point out that that's the 9th turnover. When a game with this much pace is up and down, to have just 9 turnovers, you've got to feel pretty good about that so far if you're Coach Canton.
Definitely. So they've stretched it out to a 22-point lead here for Daytona State with just under 6 minutes in the left.
Inside. And a foul is called. And that's going to be called against Rodriguez, who thought he had all ball, but he is whistled for the foul.
Now the ref called nothing. The one that had the full view, and the ref from the back ends up calling the foul. Wow.
So Andres Burney steps to the line. And that's his 18th point.
Yeah, certainly one of the best, him and Bird, Bernie and Bird, those two have been quite the producers.
Makes them both. But the Titans are getting no closer to the lead.
Well, this is, as far as I'm concerned here, I mean, I would just get as many touches on the ball as I could.
Or the contact.
Or you see the opening, you drive. But give up the 3 ball for a while.
Yeah.
Unless you're like wide open and there's been a number of touches, you got, let's say, 10 seconds on the clock, you burn some off, right?
Remember, Bernie's out there, and but the Titans can't. There are any hopes of coming back in this game with 5:42 left. Really, with Bernie has done so much of their scoring. I know he has 3 fouls, but they've got to keep him out there.
Right.
So maybe take it right at him if you're Daytona State. Try to get that 4th.
Oh, he missed them both. Missed them both. That's not like Giffen at all. Good switch.
Taken away, and a foul is called. A reach in. And a foul against Garcia. Raylan Garcia led his Life Christian Academy team to the City of Palms Classic title down in Fort Myers, one of the great high school tournaments in the nation. And part of that 2021 Dominican national team, as we talked about earlier.
Oh.
Bernie in traffic somehow finds a way to score the bucket. And he's got 20. Statman down the baseline, high up in the air. Rejected, but they're going to get the contact. It's the 6th team foul.
That was a replay. I didn't see the contact.
So the Titans, with 4:51 left, this is an opportunity here to really, for Coach Schulman, tell his team, this is it. We got to clamp down defensively, and the shots have got to fall.
So with the game in mind here, you got Daytona State 51% field goal percentage. That's just huge. But at the same time, interestingly, you got the same, almost the same stat with Eastern Florida at 48%. And you were mentioning this before. You had more offensive rebounds, Tom, by Daytona State. Probably less turnovers, and that's a big difference in the game. Of course, the 3 ball that we've talked about already.
Yep. Joey Cantons, he lives the basketball life. Of course, his wife, Mel Thomas, a former women's college basketball player. She was a former McDonald's All-American, played at UConn under Gino Auriemma, and went on to be an assistant basketball coach at FGCU.
Yeah, I mean, that's UConn. That's huge. McDonald's All-American? Wow.
Absolutely. So Coach Cantus has got high-level basketball all around him and in every part of his life. He can't get away from it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He lives and breathes the game.
I would not want to meet them on a couples 2 versus 2 pickup match.
No, that is true.
Wow. So you kind of.
All the way, Giff up, puts it
Wow, with the left hand. They spread the floor on that. That was, obviously that comes out of the timeout, right? Spread the floor and then, penetrate while nobody's down there in the key.
Great defense against Garcia. They feed it to who else? Bernie, who attracts a lot of defensive attention. And all the way, and good.
Yeah, I would take 25 seconds off the clock every time that I could.
Inside.
Yeah, they're just pushing it for no reason.
Bernie giving it off. Garcia got to be ready for it. And the bucket, Aquino. Cruz down on the other end, waiting on it ahead of the defense. He kind of snuck his way down there.
He was poaching. He's poaching.
Yep. 85-69.
16-point lead. Again, I'm going to burn as much time off the clock with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Three minutes left.
Oh,
no good. Cruz, they're fighting for it. Titans come up with it. The lob, Bernie!
Hey, guys. Careful with the basketball.
This kid any good?
He's amazing to watch.
He's working hard out there. Stay away. Don't get in between him and the mac and cheese in the post-game meal. I can tell you that much.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Statman, a nice move.
Yeah, there was the whole middle was open up. They spread the floor. Great idea.
Statman with a high basketball IQ. Three-pointer, Parnell, and quickly Coach Schulman calls a timeout. And don't look now, Ted, but we were down to a 13-point game, and that is the closest the Titans have been since midway through the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I thought the three-pointer was not registered for Daytona State. I thought it was a 14-point lead.
Accelerate your education by taking advantage of the incredible opportunities offered through Halifax Health, the partnership with Daytona State College. If you want a rewarding career in healthcare, find out how we can help at halifaxhealth.org/education to employment. So the final stretch run, just 2:11 left. Is it enough time for the Titans to get all the way back?
Wow, that's going to put some icing on the cake right there. And that's going to as well. That was a steal. And that's really going to shut things down with a 15-point lead, 145.
There goes Cruz, rejected, and a foul is called.
The is 4.
Coach Cantenz and his Daytona State team. So very important in the conference standings. They are going to get the revenge that they so desired against Eastern Florida for that tough loss 2.5 weeks ago in Melbourne by 2. And they have come back and find their way to victory in this one. These two teams will meet one more time in the regular season, but now they are tied in the standings in conference play. Free throw is good, 91-74.
17 points. I mean, it would take, nothing short of a miracle here for Titans to come back.
Free ball, no good, and who else? Bernie is there.
Yeah.
And he has done some work tonight.
Went for the foul.
So Eastern Florida will, this Saturday, head to Jacksonville. Check that. The Titans will be at home to take on St. Petersburg College. Daytona State heads to Florida State College of Jacksonville this Saturday afternoon.
And that was one of their better wins for Daytona State. Took care of Florida State College of Jacksonville.
So Bernie makes one of two. He's got 24 points, the game high.
Yeah, right now it's just kind of a little bit of clock killing. Don't do anything silly with the ball. You don't really see right now. Whoa.
And Bernie knocks it out of bounds.
Bernie.
He's still playing hard, even into the final minute, trailing by 16. You just got to respect this kid, number 24 for Eastern Florida, Andres Bernie. He is a worker.
Oh.
In and out from three, out of bounds. It'll belong to the Titans. So, Teddy, these two teams now each with one loss in conference play. They will both be 7-1 in conference play. One more meeting. It'll come up on Saturday, February the 18th, and that will be in Melbourne. The rubber match, if you will, to decide the tiebreaker.
How about that rebound from Cruz? Come flying in there. Took care of Bernie. Took him right out of the play. Bernie was ball watching. Wow, that's going to be it, gang.
Yep.
I mean, you got, okay, so there's 27 seconds. You're going to have another possession of the ball from the Titans. But wow, Daytona State at home. Boy, did they seal the deal. They closed the lid, man.
They sure did, and the crowd has been loud and proud the whole time. Great crowd on hand, and they are proud of their Falcons. As Parnell knocks it down, Eastern Florida with the loss will fall to 17-6, 7-1 in conference play. Daytona State goes to 20-3, 7-1 in the conference. Their 20th win of the season, and still a perfect 12-0 at home for Coach Joey Cantons and his talented Falcons team. An incredible performance by this team. 91-77, your final score. And top to bottom, offensively, defensively, they really brought it here tonight. And of course, in the scoring column, Kai Statman with 22 points, Jacob Cruz 22, Grion with 20 for Daytona State, and of course, a tip of the cap to Andres Bernie in a losing effort with a game-high 24 for Eastern Florida. But really, I think the difference in the game, Ted, from behind the arc, 15 made threes from the Falcons tonight.
It was just crazy what we were watching, and I tell you, but so many of those guys, Statman, sweet stroke, Gruon, inside, outside. I mean, just some talent to watch tonight. They were overpowering for sure.
No question about it. So there it is, your final score, 91-77. Daytona State exacts a measure of revenge for that loss a few weeks ago at Eastern Florida. Of course, your social media, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And your upcoming broadcast schedule: softball, February the 7th, 4 o'clock, Eastern Florida State College visiting Daytona State College, and we'll have it for you live. So for Ted Sofianos, our entire crew, I'm Tom James saying so long from the Lemoran Center at Daytona State College. An exciting doubleheader for you tonight. Eastern Florida State College, a winner in the women's game earlier. The men's victorious are the Falcons, 91-77. So long from Daytona State.